No phone in the morning. Get yourself one of these, a cheap alarm clock and a cheap kitchen timer. Not too cheap. This is my second version. The other one had to go back because it was just, well, the alarm function didn't work, so not so good. But this was about £10. These are a couple of pounds. And I'm implementing this in my life. And my challenge to you today is to think about your habits first thing. When you go on your phone first thing, you're immediately giving up your power. You're giving up your power to whatever distractions are on there. And I've certainly been guilty of this, where you just go and you go around, you circle a load of apps, you check the email, check this, check that. And it's just like, yeah, that little familiar hit of dopamine, which is familiar and it's nice, but you're giving up your power and you're also repeating the same things every day, which is not healthy because your day is going to cascade from how you start your day. And having some tools like this means we don't need the phone. But what it also means is you can implement a healthy, quick morning routine. Now, I'm not a big believer in having like a monstrous, I used to have like a 2-hour morning routine and it was just unachievable. I tested it on other people as well and it's just too much. So my advice for that is a 15-minute routine. And even if you've only got 1 minute, like I just think everybody's got 15 minutes. So I'll talk through mine and also a 15-minute routine in the evening. And that bookends the day like a good 4-part breath with the holds. The magic happens in the holds. So this is a bit of like a pause point in the morning to start the day, to turbocharge life, to get you thinking about your future and creating your ideal future. Because as soon as you wake up in the morning and you just do the same thing, you're not creating active conscious change. And active conscious change does take effort. It is a continual practice. And it's not easy because we're so used to doing the things that we always do when we wake up in the morning. And of course, there are certain things you need to do. You might need to go to the toilet, brush your teeth. Yeah, all those things. Yeah. But this is about what you actually start thinking about, what you actually start projecting. And if you wake up and you go on your phone and then you're just doing the same things, you're basically living the same as you did the day before. So if you want your life to be different, if you want to improve your life, if you want to improve your income, your health, your work position, your opportunities, the way that your freedom, which is what this company is all about. My name is Toddy and I'm making daily videos for multiple reasons. Building a personal brand so I can profile my businesses, nonconformity company, Life Master, and we're launching 100 startups in a year to flex all of the online tools, to flex myself, to show people how easy it is now to set up businesses. Many of these you can set up over the weekend, and we're all about no code approach, shipping one feature really fast and just talking to people and getting things going and let it evolve around the users, around the feedback, evolve along the journey, because that's what it will do. A lot of people have ideas, they don't get started. A lot of people overcomplicate things and then don't even get off the ground. So this is about getting something off the ground. And once you see how quick this is, you can then start multiple businesses. And maybe you start 10 and 8 fail and two are the winners. Maybe one's the winner and then you start another 10. That's what we are about. So a lot of our stuff's about business, but we've also got the Life Master brand, which is about life design, like designing your life. And I think we're just in a moment in time where the choices are endless, the information is endless, the opportunities are endless, and that can get bombarding, and we can be paralyzed by the sheer amount of choice, and then you've got busy lives, not much free time, etc. So if you're not happy where your life is at the minute, and if you haven't really got a plan, you might have some things in your mind, but that's nothing. You really need to define this and carve it out and have a system where, our Life Master system, where you're continually moving to this ideal future. And the best way to do that, because if you think if you look at other people's lives, it's like their life is just made up of how they spend their days. That's it. And how you spend your days is going to be really impacted by the things that you do first thing. Because what you do first thing, if you then have I've got a document like life design split down into the 5 areas, and the timer I'll just set for 5 minutes, and I'll hit go straight away, and I'll do first of all some physical movement, stretching, dynamic stretching, press ups, and I'll just go with the flow with that. I'll mix it up with some yoga, stretching, pull ups, press ups, whatever I feel, just to get the body going. 5 minutes to get the body going. Okay. Timer goes off. Body done, primed and ready to go. You know, it's not an hour workout, but just this 5 minutes goes a long way because we're getting the body going, we're getting the oxygen going, we're getting the blood flowing, we're getting everything moving, everything grooving. Next 5 minutes, bang. This is where we focus on the mind. So this will be a quick, not quick, it's 5 minutes. It's breathing, meditation, and just sitting there and getting the mind in the best state for the day. Just 5 minutes, just sit there and breathe, just lie down and breathe, just be. Let thoughts come up, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to overthink this, and overthinking, it's a good time to let thoughts come up and process them and observe them. And that compounding will get very powerful. Now, the final 5 minutes is for the future. So this is, I'll sit there and I might read the document and then close my eyes and breathe and visualize the future, or I might read it out loud, or I might do a combination of those things. But basically, before I then go to work, not go to work, do my work, don't work, I'm unemployable. So yeah, that's what I do with this. And then I haven't had to look at my phone. I haven't had to rely on it for the alarm. I haven't had to rely on it for the timer, which just poses opportunities to get distracted. And I don't want anything in the way of me setting up this state for the day. So once I've got my body going, my mind going, and I've primed for the future, I'm feeling good because that has released good hormones, emotions, feelings. I'm feeling good about my design, my plan for my designing the life, my future. And I might have some more ideas and keep adding to that because it evolves. That's great. That's the whole thing. You know, the body, the nervous system, your hormones, the body does not know, the body and mind does not know the difference between imagination and reality. So the idea is to really get feeling good about where you're going. So you're feeling good now that you're going there. And then guess what? Your whole day is going to be so much nicer. Your mood will be better. You'll be feeling more connected, more aligned. And you know what? You'll be just doing more of these things to go towards that future life automatically because you're embedding it into your subconscious. It's just going to be there. So you'll find yourself just doing things that take you closer to that without you even consciously realizing it. So my challenge to you is to do something similar. You can copy this one or you can make up your own, whatever suits you. But I just think get the body going, get the mind going, and get your future going. That's where we're at with this. And yeah, a small investment to not then use your phone and to take control of your life, not give your power away. And it takes effort, and it is like, it's just so easy to do the easy thing all the time. But if you always do that, it's going to be hard to like get ahead. So I was up at 4 this morning and I didn't get as much work done as I said in the video earlier because I rounded off the video from yesterday this morning. But it's fine because it's an evolving experiment. So I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to leave the YouTube video stuff till the very end of my work, and I'm going to have the big task. That's what I'm going to do as soon as I've finished that 15-minute sequence and I've gone to the future. I'm going to be revved to go, and that's when I'm going to do the big task that I'll have decided in the 15-minute evening sequence the day before. And the 15-minute evening sequence, I don't use a timer for that. I'll make sure any like tasks are all done and just quickly check the calendar, and then try and just do a little bit of journaling or gratitude, or just think about the day again. Just like sit there and be like, oh right, the day that happened, this was good, could have improved that. Just a little bit of reflection on that, but also programming the day, the what's to come tomorrow, based on my future plan. So I'll also look at the life design document again, and just make sure I'm aligned with that with my actions for the next day. And I'm a big believer that if you do that in the evening, you're programming yourself. You're shutting down the day, so you're giving yourself permission to switch off. So that's going to be better for your relaxation, for your sleep, knowing that you've supercharged your day in the morning, you've had a great day, then you've shut down the day. And then you can shut your day down like whenever you want. I'm experimenting with this life design stuff. My idea is to get wake up at 4, do this for 15 minutes, the morning sequence, and then I've got like 2.5 hours, 2.75 hours to work. And that's where I want to get most of my work done. I've got the coaching slot open every day at 10 o'clock. So I could do more work then if there's not a coaching client. We have the links below if you want the Life Master coaching one-on-one with myself. Just one client a day, just so we can focus all the energies on you for that particular day. It's £1,000 value. We'll do a session between an hour and 2 hours. Initially, you'll get a follow-up for that. And you'll also get lifetime access to the Life Master community channel, where only people that have gone through the program with me and paid the money and invested in their future are going to be there. So it will be a great place for us all to continue the good work, continue evolving, and making sure that everything that we discussed you're putting into practice and questions can be answered. It's just good to want to build a group of like-minded people who are all going and working on this life design. But this is something that I've been evolving for years, really. So it sounds quite simple, and it is simple, but it's not. It's hard to do it consistently. It's hard to start doing this, because when you wake up, just notice what you do tomorrow. When you wake up, just notice what you go to do automatically, and try to consciously change something. It takes a long time to build in habits like this, and I'm gradually getting there. I've not been perfect, but it feels good. My days are just definitely better when I've got up and I've got that work done, and I've done the programming, done the life design stuff. So, what food did we have yesterday? Yeah, I took some pictures. Here's some. If there are pictures, there they are. I can't remember what it was, and just got a huge Dexter beef rib joint steak out. It's like that thick. I'm gonna have to like seal that up and then put it in the pan, but I put it in the oven, I think, and probe it for the temperature, because it's a beast. Just trying to use up a lot of the stuff in the freezer to get away. Really excited about the van design. Got to show you the plans. I've been sketching out a lot of the designs and got a really, really, really great idea now for the storage. The 8 storage boxes came from IKEA this morning and they look good. I think on the back wall, a really unique way to put in a garage accessible from the side door, and then have a wall there, maybe a tool or utensil wall, and then from the inside, above that garage on the inside. So it'll just look flush, and it'll all just be there. It'll just look like, it won't be sticking out or anything like that. It'll just be flush, and then we'll be able to have probably 4 shelves with these 5 boxes on each, 5 big boxes. So that'll be about 20 storage boxes, which will act like we'll just get those down, labeled, and then put them into the Airbnb for the month or two, and then we're good. And then we'll have the rest of the van for all of the van stuff as well. So it's going to be so sweet. I'm getting very excited about that now, and I can see it. It's a very unique design, very spacious, and very functional. Guess it'll be up to the material choices to try and make it, look as nice as possible. Yeah, so there we go.